This video is sponsored by SeriousReaders, the lighting company. When building and painting my models, I need good quality light to help me achieve the best painting results and help protect my eyes from strain and damage. Recently, I've been using the SeriousReaders high definition lights for my hobby painting needs. Serious Lights uses daylight wavelength technology, which replicates the natural daylight spectrum as closely as possible. These lights will project a balanced, natural light beam with the added benefits of low heat, low energy, and a full 5-year warranty, including bulb life guarantee. Boasting industry-leading purple LED daylight wavelength technology that deploys specialist phosphors to replicate the daylight spectrum, the high-definition light goes further than ever before to project a balanced, natural light beam on whatever you're doing. Even the smallest of details can be seen crisp and clear, such as the detail on this Orc pilot's face. Such superior lighting will allow you to execute fine detail painting more efficiently for hours on end, safe in the knowledge you're giving your eyes the best quality light possible. SeriousReaders is a British company, and the Serious Lights range is hand-built to order here in the UK with shipping available worldwide. If, like me, you take your eyes seriously, then SeriousReaders has a wide range of lights expertly crafted to your needs. Link in the video description below and in the comments section, and if you use promo code STRIKE6 you'll receive a free compact light with any purchase in the Serious Lights range, including the high definition, the Alex light and classic light. Happy painting and enjoy the video. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's 2,000 points. Tyranids versus Astra Militarum. Right, welcome to this 2,000 points game. Tyranids, obviously with their new codex against Astra Militarum. James has a new guard list here to take on the Tyranids. He's waiting impatiently for a new codex. Tyranids with their brand new, shiny, chitin-coated codex here.
I just rolled my eyes 360 degrees.
I just said Carnifex by accident. We're going to run Carnifexes in this list, so it's a big shake-up for my Tyranid list. Going to experiment here and work on different lists to see what works. So this is the first game I've used them, so as I'll do my best, but this is a learning curve type game here. James may have an old codex, but he's...
No Gene Stealers!
No Gene Stealers, no, they're gone, they're gone.
Yes!
So, new codex... My first game, so there's a lot for me to learn. James's advantage, a veteran guard player. He knows the codex well, he knows the stratagems, the tactics, and so...
Cards out. That's how old the codex is. I know the stratagems off by heart.
Right, okay, veteran for sure. But the advantage is we have codex creep on our side. So I'll call out the patrons at gold level. That's Andrew Swan, Chris Heim, Bruce Zhao, Carrie Conkle, Thrall of the Silent King, Dave Humphries, Dylan Moore, Travis and Jen. Longbow BB, Luke Schwengel, Marcus Anthony, Martin aka Vagabond, Drew Gums, Maxwell Knuckles, Nicholas Lucas, Paul Cook, Peter Almo, Red Cross, Samuel Penaneri, Scott Costello, the artist formerly known as Veej, Tom Weeks, Tyler Schwab, Tyler Summers, Frank Shepherd, and Reed Gardner. So big thanks to their support at gold level, as they each get their names shouted out at the start of all of our games, and also a Patronic dice to use at some critical point during the game. Also call out the silver level patrons at the end of the battle. You can check out the end credits for all the patrons, including those supporting at bronze. All the proceeds go 50-50, half towards the camera and gear fund, and then half towards SSWG, where we're filming at the moment. This game of 40k just helps out my local Wargames club. So I hope this video turns out. I had a bit of a mystery problem going on with audio, so I think the camera and gear fund is a good idea. This camera here has...
The codexes are outdated, the cameras.
Thank you, James. This codex... So this camera's done 1,000 videos now on the channel. So it's done some work for sure, but it is in need of an upgrade, audio as well. So that's the idea of the patrons helping out with that. And in time, I hope to upgrade the gear. But hopefully the audio on this video comes out okay. Apologies if it's not so good. If it's terribly bad, this video will not be released on YouTube. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully this battle will be available for everyone to see. So for the Tyranids then, keeping it quite straightforward here, I'm running a double patrol just so I can take extra heavy support for this list. It's High Fleet Behemoth, +1 strength. If I charge, heroically intervene, I was charged. And the adaptation for them is reroll charges as well. Nice and straightforward. Got some units that I want to
they get
charge up the board. Yes. So HQ choices, I've got a number of them here. Some out of storage and being used again. So it's a Tervagon. Big Mama's back. Bursting full of Tervagants here. So relic here is the Gestation Sac. So it will burst at some point during the game, in which case she'll give birth to some Rippers. It's disgusting. Neuro Parasite is her psychic power. Then I'm taking the Swarmlord. Unstoppable Outburst. Onslaught from him. Psychic power. And also has taken the regular Onslaught as well. Then taken a Neurophrope. Just here. It's actually going to be the Warlord, just to keep him out of trouble. So direct guidance is his Warlord trait. So he can give +1 to the hit roll for a unit nearby, or even Synapse link range as well. Catalyst and again Neuroparasite, psychic powers for him. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff going on here with the Tyranids. Lots of different buffs and things that they can do. His HQs are quite useful. Then on to troops. 3 units of 19 Termagants here, just with regular flesh borers. No further upgrades for them. Then I'm taking 1 Lictor, just for a bit of objective grabbing and infiltration. Then Carnifexes, we're going to give them a spin. So I've got 2 Carnifexes there at the back. I've given them enhanced senses, 2 crushing claws, and then of course the heavy venom cannons being taken for them. That's the brood of 2. Then a brood of 3 screamer killers. 3 of those being taken. I've given them adrenal glands to give them, I think it's +1 strength, +1 inch on the move for those as well.
They are nasty.
They are nasty.
It reminds me of the clip of the Wahammer Plus Cadia Stands video. They just melted guardsmen with their mouth.
James has been watching Wahammer Plus, so he's fully inspired and terrified of the Tyranids here. Then on to, I think it's everything, heavy support, further heavy support. So 2 slots here, it's double patrol, so we've got space for 2 more, which will be a Tyrannifex with a Rupture Cannon, and then Exocrine being taken as well for some artillery support. So that's the list for the Tyranids. So we'll see how well they get on. There is a lot to learn. Tons of potential. The reports are good about the Tyranids. They are scary. James likes the look of the list. It's got scuttling things, solid HQ choices, 5 Carnifexes to try and deal with. So we'll see how well James gets on. A bit of supporting firepower as well. Phoenix Lords, they get their names shouted out at the start of our games and a unit to take control of during our battles. So James has his own patrons here, so I'm going to run all of the Phoenix Lords on the Tyranid side today. So Martin will put in charge of the Tervagon, Lucas Brown is on the Tyrannifex, Chef in charge of then Chef in charge of the Swarmlord, Michael Fryer on the Exocrine. And then Screamers today is Devin Matthews, Longbow BB, and Chris Comiskey. So they'll be the Screamers today, the Screamer Killers. And then Amy Almo and Ben Shaw taking command of Carnifexes there at the back with the heavy Venom Cannons. That's Phoenix Lords, that's the Tyranid list. We'll take a look and see what James has in his Astra Militarum force. Alright, so 2,000 points of Astra Militarum, a lot of infantry here. I had older codex, but half your army is fresh off the painted desk. James has got a whole load of brand new veterans he's been painting up here. These squads across here, new HQ choice being taken as well. Fresh list for James, so keeping it fresh and keeping it tasty for the Tyranids.
And for the narrative.
We'll let James run through his list and just be careful to remove headphones before the chant.
Oh no.
So your chant won't be loud. It's loud when you're a Space Marine player.
Well, we can make it loud if you want. We do have a chant.
Now go ahead.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Cadia stands!
Not now, at the end. Right, go.
Right, this is roughly 2,000 points. Unfortunately, we've got a challenge in our hands today, so I've called upon the veterans of Cadia, who survived the fall of Cadia, and are debuting on the channel for the first time, a full platoon of hostile environmental, out of production, Forge World Cadian veterans. So it is a hostile world. They've got their gear up and ready, including the commander himself. So he is the Regimental Commander, who is Maxfield Knuckles of the 501st. So Maxfield Knuckles' regiment is filled with veterans. There have been many a campaign. The 501st are here today. So I have, for detachments, we have a Vanguard detachment, and we have a Patrol detachment, and a super heavy auxiliary detachment. So I do have 12 command points.
Just Vanguards to let you take all those.
Oh yes, up to 6 elites. So I'm maxed out on elites, which is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So for the Regimental Commander, he is Colonel Maxfield Knuckles, of course. He has got a Power Fist, so everything here is all WYSIWYG. So his Warlord trait is the Gifted Commander. So after both players have deployed their armies, I can place units in reserve, but without spending CPs, which is quite handy. So, for example, I can put my veterans in reserve if I wanted to, without spending command points, which is quite handy. He's got a Power Fist, of course, as his weapon there, and he does have a command retinue. These are the traditional lead Cadian command units, so he's quite high ranking in the command system. So we have Tyler Grizzle, who's in command of this little squad here, and he is carrying the banner of Cadia. So he has his duty there. Mm-hmm. And then we have a Voxcaster, we have another guardsman with a melter gun, we're going to need them today. And then we have a medic as well, just in case the commander gets wounded. He'll try and restore wounds onto him. So, at long last, I got these painted. It took several weeks to paint these. So, full of veterans, 6 squads, 3 of which are with melters, and another 3 of which are plasma. So, starting with this squad here, this is a customised kill team. Ooh. So, this is Maxfield Knuckles' veteran kill team. So, the names are Solomon Pincus. He's Pincus. Master Sergeant, Pincus to you. And then we have Paul Kersey, who's a Specialist Guardsman. And then we have Specialist Guardsman Prescott Bentley. And then we have another Specialist Guardsman, The Rage, also known as... Oh, that's his nickname. Just double checking any nicknames. Just The Rage. He's a Specialist Guardsman. And then we have Durwood Harshy, who's a Specialist Guardsman. And then we go for the Guardsman First Class. These are veterans. So we have Gunthor Grum, Guardsman First Class. And then we have Shotgun Bill. He hasn't got a shotgun today, but that's what they call him as a nickname. And then we have Phineas Crabtree, Guardsman First Class. And then we have Sami Grivanko, Guardsman First Class. And lastly, we have Guardsman First Class Julius Barb as the Specialist Veteran Kill Team. That's Maxfield Knuckles' characters there. So he unlocks them. And then we have another veteran guardsman. Of course, I've got to call out the patrons. We have Chris Comiskey. So we have Sergeant First Class Comiskey, who's in command of this squad here. And then we have a Specialist Guardsman, George Whittle. He's in command. Whittle, yes. George Whittle, who is representing a Specialist Guardsman for here. And then we have another veteran guardsman over here. We have Marshall Cummings, Sergeant Marshall Cummings is in command here. And then we have Donald Hammer, Specialist Guardsman. He has the melter gun.
So that's all your melter gun squads across there.
Three in each squad. So each is equipped with Voxcasters for purposes of communication. The relic I have for the Warlord is Decker's Auto Vox Servo Skull. So basically, if I have in 3 of a Voxcaster, and that Voxcaster, instead of 18 inches, it's 72 inches to transmit orders to another Voxcaster. So it'd be quite useful there. The other squads here, we have another section of veterans, all equipped with plasmas, but I'll call out the patrons nonetheless. We have Cadian Sergeant Steele, Shays Strait. He is representing as a rank of Sergeant today. And then we have 2 Specialist Guardsmen. We have Patrick and Joseph Darlings. So brothers in arms, they will be equipped with the plasma guns today, dealing plasma death upon the Xenos scum. And then we have Luke Schringel. He is a corporal today. And we have Specialist Guardsman Peter Nastro. He's in command of the Vox transmission today of the section. And then we have Drew Gomez. He's equipped with the plasma gun today. Gums. Yep, okay. And then we have Ray Cross. He's corporal today, veteran squad, and another guardsman. We have Samuel Rice, who's representing as a plasma gunner today. So that's all the veterans there. But I forgot to do this. So spending a command point, of course, to give them the White Shield keyword, meaning that they don't have the Raw Recruits ability anymore. So I can just issue an order to them without doing a Raw Recruits keyword. And their leadership is a little bit better as well, which is very handy. So then we've got the tanks. So of course we have Winston Adkins. He's in command of the Swarmlord today. It does have a transport capacity of 40. So I can transport 40 models if I wanted to.
4 squads of veterans.
Well, if I wanted to, yeah. So I could do that. And then, so it's got the Vulcan Megabolter, which is heavy, 15, strength 6, AP -2, 2 damage. But unfortunately, knowing about Carnifex, it's -1 damage. I completely forgot about that. To me, Bane Blades and Super Heavies in general just need a major update, in my opinion, because a Lehman Russ is a better armour save than a Super Heavy, which I don't understand. Yes. I know. I could go on and on and on. But nonetheless, I love the model and I'm going to use it. And I'm a loyal servant of Cadia, so I don't care. Vulcan Megabolter, the Storm Lord. Now, the first time I've ever used these, I've paid the points for Twin Heavy Flamers this time. So they're magnetised now. So as he's the rank of Major, he does have access to sponsor and Heavy Flamers.
Who?
He does. He's the rank of Major.
But who is the Patreon?
Winston Adkins.
Aha.
Yes. He's called upon his Super Heavy to take command of the vehicles today. So we have the White Shields, of course. I've got to call out the patrons, haven't I? So we have Ben Wydern. We have Anthony and Harrison Leach. And then over here we have Jesse Patton. And then over here we have Alexander Geith. And then we have Harrison Leach. And then we have Zach Butler. Those are the White Shields today, representing as patrons. And then we have 2 Lehman Russes. Now, these are not regular Russes. I'm giving them a tank. They're both tank commanders, so to represent their veterancy, they are ballistic skill 3+, which is what they should be. So each Leman Russ is equipped with a battle cannon, and then for anti-tank, I have to give melters, multi-melters.
Melters, las cannons,
yeah,
nice.
You have to.
Yeah.
Because if you have plasmas against card effects, it's -1 damage.
Yes.
So you have to do it, and even with heavy bolters.
Yeah. Okay.
So each is equipped with 2 Sponson multi-melters, hull-mounted las cannon, and the battle cannon. And then the patrons, we have Devon Matthews in command of this one. So he's representing a sergeant. He's a veteran sergeant here. And then we have James Ashfield, Corporal Ashfield, in the Leman Russ. And of course we have the Ultramarines patrons that are in this battle report. We have Winston Adkins, CJ Velasco, Dean Lighton, Darren Gardner, Marcus Fraze, and Thomas Moore. Those are my tier 7+ Space Marine members that are supporting me on Patreon, and a special thank you also to the lower tiers as well, and for those that are supporting me on YouTube membership as well. The doctrine for Cadians is if I stay still in the shooting phase, I reroll 1s to hit, just to clarify that. And that is the summary of the list. Just under 2,000 points, I think it's 1995 points, the list there. So 2,000 points, Cadia stands, and for the Emperor.
Alright, so that's James's list here. 3 vehicles, but veterans bristling with specialist weapons here. So got to respect these infantry here. They have some
fought Tyranids many before.
Yes.
And they've survived many a campaign.
Congratulations to James getting all these veterans painted up as well. A great addition to his Astra Militarum
More are coming.
collection. So do check out James's channel. The link for that in the video description below. He's got lots of battle reports on there. Other video series as well. If you're into Aeronautica Imperialis, he has a series on there as well, so you can check that out also. And if you want to join the Guard, can't guarantee how long you'll survive in games, but if you want to join the Guard, then you can, to help support James and what he does. And he also has YouTube channel membership available as well. But that's the list for the Astra Militarum. What we'll do next is take a look at scenario and deployment for this battle. Alright, so we have a scenario here. It's called Tear Down Their Icons from the Grand Tournament Strike Force size game here for Warzone Necromund. So deployment zone triangular here. The Tyranids deploying behind this line of red dice strung across here. This is their deployment zone. And then across the other side in the other corner will be the Astra Militarum, their deployment zone marked by the grey dice. So 5 objectives in this game. So 1 dead centre, just at the lip of the volcano there in the middle of the board. 1 here inside the Tyranids deployment zone. 1 just outside the deployment zone across the other side, marked there, just the centre of it really, just at the corner of that wall. Then 1 just here. And then 1 across the other side inside James's deployment zone across there. So take and hold then for primaries. The control of 1 or more objective markers at the start of the command phase is worth 4 points. The control of 2 or more objective markers is worth another 4 points, and if you control more than the opponent at the start of the command phase, it's worth another 4 points on top of that. And then there is the second part of that primary objective. It is tricky, and that's trying to detonate explosives. So you're seeking to push into the opponent's territory, prime explosives, and then detonate them to pick up points. And there is the opportunity to defuse the explosives as well, but it's quite hard to achieve that one. But possibly, either side, if they push hard enough, may be able to do that. So that's primaries. Each of us will need to choose 3 secondaries each as well. I'll mention the objective markers here. These are a Kickstarter project that went ahead and was successful. Have now gone into a second run of production. So these are available via a link in the video description below. I'll put it in the comment section as well. They come in packs of 6. They're perfect for games of 40k. They also do a set for Age of Sigmar players as well. But they are super thin. nice and clear and see-through, so we just place these on top of the mat and then put the terrain, the stones and scatter on top. They mark dead center, then also the size of the objective marker, 40mm, and then exactly 3 inches coming out. So very useful, saves you measuring to know who's on the objective and who's not. So very popular with tournament players, these objective markers. And they're nice and clear, so you can see straight through to the design of the battle mat underneath as well. And they also include, it's optional, you can stick them on if you want to, but a sticky pad that can be put in the middle, which then when you put the objective down, you can press that down, and that'll keep the objective in place to stop it from slipping on the board during games. So link for them in the video description below. They're shipping worldwide with those. They come in packs of 6, so perfect for your games of 40k. Each of us will choose 3 secondaries next. Alright, so secondaries have been chosen for both sides. Both of us have gone for raise the banners higher as a secondary, and then James has gone for grind them down and then bring it down as well. A tasty amount of points available for destroying my monsters, which I have plenty of those. Then for the Tyranids, as well as raise the banners, we've gone for cranial feasting. Yeah. So it doesn't sound good, does it? But after James's characters, you can pick up points. Basically, yeah. It's a mind war here with the Tyranids. So you score 3 victory points if you gained 1 or more command point during the battle. That's if we kill a character with a Hive Tendril unit. And that can be modified in different ways. But if we do, there's a chance of gaining a command point. And if you do that just once in the game, you get 3 victory points. Score a victory point for each enemy character model that was destroyed by melee attack by a Hive Tendril model from your army, and you score 3 victory points if the enemy warlord was destroyed. So there's a price on your warlord's head. Who is it? That is your newly painted character of the Power Fist?
Yes.
Right, so we're after him to suck out his brains. And then before we do that, we've also gone for psychic interrogation as well. So we're going to read his mind first. It's it's a strange one with the Tyranids. So they're scanning his brains, and then they're physically going to try and remove his brain at some point during the game as well. So that's psychic interrogation, that one's called. That's secondary. It's very grisly, but that's 3 secondaries each. It is. It's all psychological warfare against James. We'll start alternating, placing units on the board next. I just mentioned the battle mat that we're using in this game. It's the new lava mat from GameMat.eu, 6x4 in size. We put a boundary on this one here for our Strike Force size games at 2000 points, 40k. But it's the mouse mat material. So nice and soft, figure friendly, rolls out nice and flat. Then we simply place the terrain on top to build up the terrain here for this game. Also using their pre-painted terrain set. It's the walls set here, a large set. All these bits come in individual pieces, like so. So you can lay them out, you can double stack them for height, and so on. I've adjusted these slightly of our own colour scheme, added some ink, some washes to them just to weather them a little bit. But pre-painted terrain sets available from GameMat.eu, and then a very wide variety of battle mats, different shapes and sizes available from them as well. So you can check them out, link in the video description below.
Coming in from the flanks.
Right. Yeah, James gone quite heavy on reserves here. Very heavy.
Well, the 3 plasma squads are actually inside.
Ah, right, okay.
Swarmlord.
Yeah, we'll cover James's.
And the company command, and the commander himself.
Yeah, you can do it. Up to 40.
Up to 40.
It's fine, yeah. James is making.
5 points as well.
Okay, James making use of the transport capacity of the Super Heavy. I'll just cover the Tyranids. So, Tervagon's gone over on this flank, and naturally the 3 units of 19 gaunts with her as well. There is a special rule now, whilst I have a unit that's 15 or over, I think it is, within an inch, so I've got 2 units doing so that she can't be shot at, so James has got to get through the gaunts to get through to the big mama there at the back. I've marked some of these HQ choices with blobs here, green and yellow. There's powers and abilities they can use, so I'll just mark those off just to remind me to use those during the game. I'll explain as we go along. It's the firepower group here. So Exocrine, Neurophrope is the HQ to go with those, and then the terrain effects just sheltering behind this terrain. We'll talk about terrain in just a moment and its effects in the game. And then the Carnifex and Swarmlord group across here. So there's 3 parts to this army. The double Carnifex here with the heavy Venom Cannons. The 3 Screamer Killers, they deploy as one, but then they'll break off into individual units once the game gets going. And then the Chef deploying here with the Swarmlord. Now, yes, he's exposed, but the idea is that James may well want to fire at other stuff. There is plenty to deal with on this flank. So that's my deployment. Everything's on the table except the Lictor. You can deep strike it in, so we're going to put that one into reserve. It's quite nimble around the board. There was a temptation just to deploy it immediately on the table and to move it up nice and quick, but we'll keep it as a deep strike option. For James, over half his infantry isn't on the board. 30 conscripts. White shields, sorry, across here. James has paid the relevant points. Then across here, this is James Ashfield's Tank Commander Lehman Russ, just deploying up to the edge of the deployment zone. And then round to James's side, with the Tyranids over there in the corner, some distance away. The other Lehman Russ Tank Commander here, this is Devin Matthews?
Yeah.
Okay. Then...
Winston Atkins is Stormlord.
Okay. There's some responsibility as commander one of these, but he's in charge of this one here at the back.
115 tons of living metal. What do you expect, brother?
And then white shields here at the front, ready to fix bayonets and charge. And then in reserve, so what's gone inside the transport? This command group and the commander.
Yeah, so this command party, the regimental commander. They are inside the transport.
The plasmas.
Yeah, just in case of long range.
Yes, and you're flanking with the melters.
Flanking with the melters.
Flanking melter veterans. How interesting. To eat in at the flanks to slow down the Tyranid advance, take out monsters. Melters are still potent enough. We'll see if the tactic works. Interesting list here for the guard, and brand new codex to the Tyranids. We'll go on to the first turn of the game. So both sides boasting some nasty firepower. Tyranids is new, tweaked and ready to go. For terrain, we're going to play, just ignoring the pipes, they don't mean anything here in this battle. Line of sight blocking or obscuring terrain. These larger, taller buildings, so just play the full square of those as line of sight blocking. This one too. The volcano because of its height, and that building across there as well. So there's actually plenty of obscuring terrain in this game, and making it a bit trickier for both sides to bring their guns to bear. All about angles in this fight. There's a few tank traps scattered, and then there's some lower walls, which are players' walls, so infantry can gain light cover from behind them. They're scalable. These are scalable as well. Any models on top, exposed positions, you can't get terrain on top, and then some rough ground terrain across here, just the usual rules for that, and that's it. So quite straightforward for this battle here. We've tried to create plenty of line of sight blocking terrain, which there is here for this fight. It's 4 main pieces on the board of that. So don't need to ask James if you want to go first or second. I think James wants turn 1.
I would love to go first, but we'll try our hardest.
He'll try. He'll not give up.
4.
It's a 4. That's noble. I don't have my Xenos dice, and I've got a 3.
Come on, in there. Yes!
Okay. All right. Okay, so...
As long as he has a lad's gun in his hand, his duty is not done.
Turn 1, Tyranids are going to have to wait. Guard will go first. Let's teach the Xenos filth a lesson. Turn 1 to the guard next. Right, so turn 1 movement for the guard. James mighty happy to be going first. Conscripts pushing forwards, given orders to head towards the Tyranid monsters. 1 Leman Russ in support on this flank, so firepower available. James with the advantage here of getting in the initial salvo. Veteran squads nowhere to be seen at this stage, though. They're not on the board at this point, either flanking or inside their transport vehicle. And over on the other side, conscripts pushing through. The orders are to... White shields, sorry, yes, right, okay. It's pushing through. Remaining stationary of him to... Because melters are out of range, there's no point driving, and James wants to get his reroll ones. And then across here, James does have line of sight, wants to get his reroll ones, so holding position here. No panic here from the guard, just keep calm.
We've just discovered a new wave of biomass, and the hive mind has severely affected the way
Yes.
we are developing our battle plan.
Tyranids, distance against Tyranids is good. Keep calm and wait for the codex is the call of the guard here. But for now, infantry forces pushing out, and James will let off initial salvo. So no psychers here for James. Movement's done. We'll go on to shooting phase for the guard next.
Shields first, going to go into the front Carnifex.
This one, Amy Elmo, going to pick on her. Okay. Yeah, 18 in range here, range 24. So orders have been given here, but 18 white shields to fire here, the ones that are in range, firing at the lead Carnifex.
White shields in 5s to hit. Any minuses?
No.
5s.
You can get Spore Assist. I haven't paid for that upgrade, but it gives you light cover, but I don't have that.
Not bad. And they're going to need 6s to wound.
6s to wound. Can he wound here?
1.
Yes, he does.
2 up armour.
2 up armour save. Yeah, Carnifexes are tough enough now. Oh, new codex immediately quick. Codex creep to the rescue. Okay. He's trying to get a sneaky overlapping fields of fire. I should have known that. Played against this James's style of play plenty of times.
Not to be, but instead we will unleash the firepower, firing our primary weapons and activating smoke launchers.
Yes, smoke and shroud.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do, as I move in half range with my battle cannon, I'm going to spend 2 command points.
2 command points. If he's in half range, that means his multi-melters are in range.
Shock troops. So those weapons that are within half range is a further AP minus and counts as remaining stationary.
Ah, you're trying to get bypassed by armour.
Yeah.
So, here we go.
I will...
Fire everything.
I'm quite...
Kill a target.
Yeah, I've got to kill everything into the single Carnifex. I'm sorry. Let's see how tough the Carnifex is.
And who's this shooting?
This is Commander
Ashfield. Okay.
I will reserve my patrons for a little bit later. 2d6 shots. Counts as less than half a move. And of course for the stratagem as well. Okay, 7, that's average. So 7 shots.
I don't know why guard players complain. They have tons of shots available from their tanks, but well.
We have tons of shots, but they're outdated. So, these are veteran tank crew. They're hitting on 3s and re-rolling 1s.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I'll keep that. Strength is 8. Toughness 8. Are you?
Toughness 7.
Toughness 7. So that's 3 wounds.
Yes.
And that's AP minus 3 because of the stratagem.
Right.
I will double check the wording, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct. So shock troops. So that a unit is considered to remain stationary.
It's 5
Each
ups.
time a ranged weapon is made by a model in that unit.
Sounds good.
Within half range, improve the penetration.
5 pluses. We've blocked 2.
So,
And we'll leave that, so whatever damage it is.
so it's D3 minus 1 because of
Oh, it would have been 3. Drops to 2. Okay, so 2 wounds taken, dropping down to 7, I think. Yeah, there's loads of Imperial Zealots here from the Patreons. There's Maxfield Knuckles, you can use him. This is a las cannon shot against the Carnifex. There's 7 wounds to try and get through this. This las cannon won't do it, but it'd be useful if it can cause some wounds.
3s to hit.
Hits. You can carry on here with Maxfield.
Strength 9. 3s to wound.
Oh! CP reroll.
No.
Oh, he's going to leave it.
No, I'm going to leave it.
You usually miss with your las cannons, James.
Well, I've got 4 melter guns shots. Multi-melter shots, so should die.
Oh, why? Okay.
I need to save my CP.
3s.
3s to hit, rerolling 1s. Rerolling 1s because I can't remain stationary.
He's got 3 hits so far. This Carnifex is in trouble.
Yes.
We'll go through.
Strength 8.
AP minus 5.
No,
Oh.
minus 4 'cause it's not within half range.
Right. Oh, I see, yes.
That will do.
CP reroll. Oh, you probably won't need it.
Probably won't need it. I would reroll the damage instead if I get a 1.
It's only 5s again.
Yeah, not within 12. You need, no, so it's AP minus 4, you got 2 up save, so you need 6s.
6s.
And typical.
Do you know what? It's a 1 in 6 chance, but it could really... Yeah, we'll do it. I'm going to CP reroll and try and get a 6. We'll take Reed Gardner. It's highly unlikely, but you never know. Just it'll really mess things up if we can pass this one. No, it's a 4. God. 2d6 damage.
2d6 damage.
Minus 1 from each.
Okay.
Snake eyes. sorry, James.
CP reroll.
CP reroll. Patreon. Too late. Or not too late.
No.
He'll turn to, he'll try and get help. Right, we'll hold off the result here.
Winston.
He's going to use one of his own. He's calling on Winston straight away. Oh, dear, it's a panic button. Oh, he's rolled a 1. Oh, drop it to 5. The torment begins. God.
Oh, I'm down to 9 CP.
Oh,
Actually,
dear.
no, I'm down to...
How long will that take?
5.
2 minutes and his mood's sunk already against the Tyranids. Oh, dear.
I spent a reroll.
It's always mind games against James.
I spent 3, so...
He'd never be a psycho. Alright, so James lets out a huff and a puff and he fails to blow the Carnifex down. Next, you can't see him, can you, because of this obscuring terrain? Yeah. Oh no, Carnifex survives. I think there's a stratagem where I can regenerate wounds as well. Yeah. Yep. Right, next, just move on, James. Don't worry about this flank. Move on to the next
right,
flank.
Can.
So where's it going?
Oh, put smoke on there, brother.
Smoke and shroud, yes.
Yeah. So
Okay.
this battle cannon is going to target the exocrine.
Here.
Yes.
Right.
Because you don't get your -1 damage on that.
Right, true, yes, okay.
That's why we're targeting. And it's got a... Has it got 2 up save?
I think so.
I think so. We'll see.
How did we end the Tyranids on their last campaign with the old Codex? Slaughtered they were. They're too soft. So they're back tougher
No, they
and
are
harder.
very tough.
They're tough now and scary. So it's their time in the sun.
Hate it.
Again. West way.
26 with the battle cannon. This is Commander Matthews.
Right.
Devon Matthews. Okay, 8 shots coming in.
It makes complete sense. The Tyranids have retreated for a while and they've come back all adapted
Tyranids
and
retreating?
stronger. Well, you know, just to
Tyranids retreated.
to breed.
He is also a veteran, Lehman Russ, hitting on 3s.
It's very thematic, this list, James. You're getting towards the end of your codex, and all of your units are veterans by this stage of the war.
Yep.
So these are hits coming through.
Yeah.
How can you complain?
Strength is 8.
3s, no. 4s to wound. We're toughness 8 on this beast. It's protected us a little bit, but James has rolled well. 5 wounds have come through.
Yep. AP -2.
4 ups then. Sorry. Blocked those. Damage of
D3.
D3. It's a 1. Just the 1 wound comes off. You got to do better than that, James. You got to do better than that. Some damage has come through, but hold it. Right? This is the difference, right? You're rolling your damage. Whereas we're starting to see, this is the major thing with codexes now, my damage is fixed. 2 damage, 3 damage, 4 damage. So that's the difference. Whereas you get this randomization going on. Las Cannon D6 damage, whereas here you're taking 2 damage, 3 damage, 4 damage, and so on. Yeah, so my heavy gun here, my Las Cannon type weapon here, damage 4. James having to roll for Las Cannons on a D6. And we're starting to see this is one of the major factors involved here. So, okay, we'll take a wound. There's more wounds on these things as well, actually, in the new book. 14 wounds left on this thing.
Las Cannon.
Las Cannon, yeah, here we go. Oh, he's getting annoyed. It's going straight to Patreon. Who's this next hero?
CJ Velasco.
CJ Velasco.
Hitting on a 3 because he's a veteran tank commander. Yes, thank you.
Just about.
And I will use his dice again to wound.
On a 3.
3s to wound.
Oh. Come on, reroll.
I cannot.
Used it already?
Yep.
Oh.
If I had an Agura rate upgrade, I would, but I don't.
Okay, we'll turn to the Super Heavy for help. Okay, there's a twin heavy bolt to fire. It's out of range of this one, so he's going to put it into Chris Comiskey here. The Carnifex.
Well.
Chris the Carnifex.
I've got stubbers and 2 las cannons.
Yep.
So I need to make sure it dies, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to do 6 shots with the stubbers.
Okay.
Hitting on 4s. Why? I don't understand. Rerolling 1s though, because the regimental keyword stood still. Rerolling 1s.
This is going into the Carnifex, yeah.
5s. 1 wound. No AP.
2 up. No problem. Okay. Next. Right, so heavy bolted shots next. James saving his best weapons across here, which may well cause trouble. We'll see. We'll see what he can do.
So heavy bolter.
Yeah, it's just going into the Carnifex, just because it's the range.
Good shooting.
It's just good shooting.
Oh, maximum 5.
Oh, he's getting his hits.
Now 5's to wound.
3 come through. -2. -1.
-1, yeah.
Foul 1, taking a wound. That's on the Carnifex.
Would have been damage 2,
Yeah.
but it's -1 damage.
Yeah, they are tough.
Dreadnoughts, really, aren't they?
They are. It's
Dreadnoughts.
good to see Carnifex is viable again.
Now check the profile. It's heavy 20.
Right, he's going after the exocrine here.
So hitting on 4.
3s. 4s.
Yeah, I don't know why it's 4s, but
What does tank ace give you then?
it's rerolling 1s.
I
Against
see.
the regimental keyword.
Right,
And
gotcha.
if it's part of the same formation, instead of 3 command points, it's 1.
Okay.
Rerolling 1s. Generates another 2 hits.
Okay, there's a good few hits coming through. The wound roll is going to be key. It's a bit tricky because of the toughness.
Yeah. Strength 6.
It's not bad as well as 3.
AP -2.
4 ups.
4 damage though.
Yeah, 2 have got
2
through.
damage a time.
Dropping down to 10 wounds left.
Now 2 las cannons.
2 last cannon shots. 2 hits. Did a miracle here to bring this thing down. Got to get the wounds. Yes, you have.
AP -3.
2 5+s. I'll go Patronic here to try and block these from coming through. We'll go for Tom Weeks here, looking for a 5+, which we do not get. And we'll go for Peter Almo, looking for a 5+. These are all neutral players here. Blocked that one. Ah! D6 damage.
D6. 5.
5, well done. What would the other one have been? The one I blocked?
3.
Oh, okay, almost would have killed it. Okay, 5 damage. Drop it down to 5 left. So it's in a sorry state now. This is the Michael Fryer exocrine here. It's taking heavy damage, dropping down to 5 on that beast, but it still remains alive. I think we're on to conscripts now, if they're firepower.
I'm just going to probe over here because I probably know what's going to happen. You just regen a whole load of.
Yes, this is this combo on this flank here.
Impossible mission,
But-
for them, but we'll try.
We'll try. They're going to let loose with a volley.
Furthest away.
I think the main upgrade the guard need is just the damage from firepower. Take the randomness out, and it would help the Space Marines as well. So instead of D3 damage, D6 damage on it, the straight numbers that the other codexes are getting would be a huge advantage,
So hitting on.
or at least level things up.
White shields.
Just fire at longer range. Some have got the hits.
And No damage.
No damage. Oh, boy. 3 3s. Okay, is that firepower finished?
Yep.
Okay, so no charges obviously to take. Blake will end the turn here. We'll check to see if any points have come in for secondaries, and then we'll go on to the first turn for the Tyranids. Alright, so secondaries, James forgot to mention the movement phase. The commander got out and raised the banner here on the home objective. These couldn't because James elected to shoot with those. One banner's got up, nothing else for secondaries here. No units destroyed, no bring it down. So we'll finish at this point and we'll go on to turn 1 for the Tyranids coming up next. So on movement here, just about to move with the Tyranids. So a few things going on now with the new book in the command phase. So I've restored a wound here, rapid regeneration, costs 1 CP now. I've put the wound onto the exocrine. Then he has granted, it's core units you can give it to. Carnifex is our core. So these are individual models. So just the individual model just here at the front, the Carnifex for shooting, reroll hit rolls. Exceptionally useful there with the firepower from that thing. That's coming from the hive, from the Swarmlord. Then across here, select a psychic unit within range. I can then roll for each psychic test taken 3d6, choosing the best. So he's granted that to himself. I take it you can do that. And then across here, reroll hit rolls of 1 from her, granted to the gaunts. And I've also used, I've activated, that's what these green markers here, as we then get a power to use once during the game for each of the synap units. So it's the synaptic imperative abilities here. And we're going to Tervigon, Surging Vitality. Whilst the synaptic imperative ability is active for your army, hive tendril units within 6 of that creature get +2 move, advances, and movement. So just to surge ahead a bit quicker, we'll use that up at this stage. So we'll press them, we'll move these units. Okay, we're saying if we play another game, we've attempted to play a second game here. James says he'll change the list around to something.
Normally the list I would take, I wouldn't take. That's just I wanted to showcase the sheer desperation of the scenario. So,
first contact.
Yeah, first contact.
Fair enough. He also wants to use his veterans. I mean, he's spent days, weeks and weeks painting them up. There's 6 full squads painted up. And a commander as well, so it's only too right that James gets to use them on the board. Keeping them safe for now. So inside a transport vehicle and flanking, they boast some nasty firepower, so the shape of the game will change. James has had his turn 1, it's gone, so next turn we could see these reserves turn up, see what kind of impact they can make. For now, Tyranids boldly moving forwards here at this stage. So it's a combination of scary units for close combat and then firepower support moving up as well. So rolled well for the Swarmlord. He's shot up the board. I rolled a 6 for his advance. He's leading the charge here. These two have swung round in this direction. So yes, they can fight in close combat, but they're there for firepower support at the same time. The Screamer Killers I roll terribly for their advanced rolls, but their base move is 10. +1 for their upgrade, and then a further advanced rolls being made as well. So 3 of these pushing out to drive down the centre of the board. Exocrines move forward 7 inches. Neurophrope, slight adjustment with that, but staying on the objective. Across here with the Tyrannifex onto the objective. Banner's been raised because we stretchy a unit of gaunts. Another unit of gaunts across there has raised a banner. Other units move forwards. They're going 8 inches at the moment here with the surge from the Tervigon, which has moved forwards as well. James choosing to laugh as opposed to cry.
48?
Of what?
Of my Liam Russ.
Oh!
I can't wait to see that in action.
You want to see it shoot, don't you?
Well, it's an experimental data report because I want to know what the firepower is.
You're gauging the enemy. That's what you're doing. Like a veteran. Well done.
Like reconnaissance in force, baby.
That's what the Guard do. They got their billions of soldiers. They just throw them in and just to gauge. The Tyranids do the same. They're testing our numbers, Sap. Testing our firepower. It's like out of Zulu, isn't it? Okay. Yeah. Right.
At 100 yards.
Volley, fire! Present! Fire! Don't shoot until you see the whites of their teeth.
Yes.
Okay. You're putting me off, James. I'm not shooting. It's psychic phase next. Movement stun. We'll see what psychic stuff the Tyranids can do. It's all new here, all fresh. We'll see what the hive mind is capable of. Okay. I'm going to do the new psychic power called Neuroparasite. It doesn't sound good, does it, James? As a warp charge value of 7, if manifested, select one enemy unit within synaptic link range. This unit across here. So you have to roll a dice. One dice, only one dice though, sadly. Just 1d6 for each model in the unit. So it's 30 dice. I need to exceed your toughness characteristic, and if I do, it's a mortal wound.
So they'll die.
Only half of them. No, it's capped at 6 mortal wounds. But that's about the most perfect target for them, because it's just a bunch of weak-minded white shields. We'll roll up here. We'll see if it goes off. No, it's a 6. It doesn't go off. Oh, come on, reroll. It doesn't go off. Okay. Neuroparasite released. Yeah, good job there's a cap on that. Yeah, it's done. Okay, so six have been parasited.
Get off me!
Oh dear. Any of your patrons lost their minds? No, he'll keep them alive till the last. He'll be the last to be brought down. It's more weaker-minded individuals here. Oh dear, right, take them away. That's it.
Emperor, please give us a new codex.
Yeah, I might try Onslaught here. Just, does he have Onslaught? Surely I did give him Onslaught from my list. I'm just checking. Swarmlord. Yeah, he does have Onslaught. Yeah, James is putting the models back. He doesn't have Neuroparasite. It's the guy across here that's got it. Oh dear. We'll go for no, we don't. We'll go for Onslaught here. I'm going to try and advance and charge. That goes off on a 9, so we'll be charging instead. Yeah, we'll do Smite. There's the +1 to the wound roll, but I'm not going to need it against Guardsmen, so we'll do Smite, which fails to go off. Okay, so that's his psychic powers finished. We'll press on to there's other 2 units here. Yeah, I should note to self, I should swap that round. Should give Neuroparasite to him. It's quite useful because as he pushes up the board, and then because it's on him, swap it over, and then give him Unstoppable Advance. I think it's called Unstoppable Onslaught. That gives +1 to the wound roll. You could grant that to a unit that's further ahead. So it's maybe something to do in the future. But Neurothrope's got Catalyst. Yeah, so we'll go for a 5+, feel no pain. We'll stick it on him. We'll try and keep him alive if we can. And that power does go off on a 6. Yep. Goes off on a 6, so 5+, feel no pain. It's just out of range, yeah. Neuroparasite, it's on her, but out of range. Range 18 for that power. So, psychic phase is finished, not too bad. We'll go on to shooting phase next for the Tyranids. Right, fire it first, just because James is itching to see what it does. Heavy 3, Rupture Cannon. So...
In the narrative, it's designed to knock out a Land Raider in one shot.
Is it?
Yes.
Right, we'll do it to a Russ then. So Rupture Cannon, range 48. Oh boy, check the range. I'm sure we are. You must. James has already. James has already checked.
I can check for the viewing audience though.
Oh. Yeah, we're in range. Okay. So heavy 3. So we can get our hits come through. 2 successes or take the Russ out. Yep, 3 out of 3 hits. Strength 14.
Toughness 8.
3 to wound. 2 make it through. And just to do a good job, we will command reroll that. That'll create a huge amount of trouble for you. And it goes through. Okay, these are AP -4.
We do have a 2+ armor save.
You do, yes.
Thank you, Games Workshop, for giving us a 2+ save.
James Workshop.
Yeah, James Workshop.
Okay. You can make saves of 6s and double 6 will keep you alive.
666 will definitely keep me alive.
That'll be...
None. What's the damage?
Right, yes, let's consult the new book.
It's dead.
Yeah, it's 3d6 + 12. Yeah. 25 wounds.
That's enough to take out a bane.
That was a bane blade we just took out.
1 wound.
If we... the rupture cannon. That's ridiculous. 25 wounds. Alright, well, model can be removed from play. Does it explode? No, it doesn't. Okay, but Russ destroyed twice over.
Good.
That's Lucas Brown. So, creaky chair removed and Lehman Russ gone. Lucas Brown, 5 power here, 1 shot at a Russ. That is the mark of the new book.
Creaked.
So previously, you've gone from D6 damage, which you've seen the randomness. We know this by now. The kind of so random. Yeah, very unpredictable. But now it's D6 and it's 4, so it's just solid firepower coming through. But the Rapture Cannon.
4 plus D6.
4 plus D6. So a bad result is...
Potential of 12 plus 18 is...
30 wounds.
30 wounds.
30 wounds in a turn.
Wounds.
Yeah, it's terrifying. That's really why I used to run 2 of those, but one of them seems to be enough to do the job. And if you shoot back at it, it's a 2-up save now in this thing, toughness 8, and 17 wounds. So what they do, they increase the wound, they must do, they push you up to 28 wounds or something on your Bane Blades.
That's got to be a 2+ iron save.
Oh, immediate, that's easy. Of course it will.
It's got to be at least toughness 9.
Maybe it will get toughness 9. Yeah, it may.
And a better ballistic skill.
Right. Or easier ways to get a base of 4 and then to push it up. Built in.
Built in.
Right. Who would bless it and give it?
No. Well, you could do a command point, I suppose. You could do that if you wanted to. Spend a CP for engine seer for Bane Blades only.
So you're predicting that, or you're hoping that? I think it's quite fair. No, that's fair. So what we're saying is 28 wounds, toughness 9. Plus 1. Yeah.
Just a few. 30s, mate.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
You never know.
But it's one thing's for sure. It's needed. Yeah, just checking back on the previous footage. James was on Smoke and Shrouds, -1 to hit rolls. But we hit on a 6 and 2 4s. Yeah, okay. Now, starting ballistic skill is 3+. There's another thing that's improved. That starts on a 3 to hit as well. Okay, so we're going to Exocrine. Next is Michael Fryer, about to fire. And we'll go into the Bane Blade.
Points is that, by the way?
170 odd.
170 points.
Yep. And James is saying that his Bane Blade.
165.
Wow, man, that's crazy. 2 of those ganging up would quite comfortably just take it out.
Yep, easily.
Mad. Right.
If you had 3 of them, it could
D3. So just the 1, but it's D3 plus 6 shots. So it's 7 shots with the Exocrine. We're looking for 4s because of the damage you've caused. We've been knocked down a bracket. Oh. Yeah, so 4s for hits.
Okay.
So, yep. 4s to wound. 2 wounds come through. It's AP -4 on this thing now. So it's going to be a straight 6 damage.
Oh, down to 20.
Down to 20. So going to get a little bit of cover if James chooses the right models. 5 flesh borers here, 14 of them in range. So we're looking for 4s. And rerolling 1s because they were blessed by the Tervagon. It's going to be 3s to wound. And because they're range 18 now, used to be range 12. Yeah, 4 at -1. So 5 ups, James will take cover. None. All right, 4 slain from the conscripts. Right, next we'll go heavy Venom Cannon. This one here, obvious target into the Russ.
-1.
So we'll take Tyler Schwab on this one. We'll make his dice into 3 just for the shots coming through. So let's have a look here. It's heavy 3, strength 9, -3 and 4 damage. It's got the opportunity to again take out a Russ if we can hit. So missed with 1. We'll leave.
2.
Oh, -1 because you're Smoke and Shroud. Good for you. And then 3s to wound. Yeah, wound comes through. -3. Yeah.
5 up.
5 plus. Patronic.
Oh,
Too late. Got it. Well done.
Thank you, Anonymous.
Okay. So 0 damage coming through. We'll go for Amy Elmer now with her firepower. Damaged, but doesn't matter. We're not a bracket, so it doesn't matter. Looking for 4s. 2 3s. We can reroll hit rolls thanks to the Hive Tyrant, or the Swarmlord. Helps 1 more hit to come through. 3s to wound. Yeah, just the one when it comes through.
I'll call upon Dean Lighturn.
5+.
Come on, Dean. 5+ for the Emperor.
No. Okay. Come on, reroll.
Come on, reroll.
Do it for the Emperor.
Yeah, I will do it for Dean.
5+.
No.
No. Okay. 4 damage on the Rust. Ouch. So, yeah, it's 5 power pretty much finished. There's 3 elements to this Tyranid force, all very experimental at this stage, with 3 areas I'm sort of playing around with here. First is your Carnifex push, which is a mixture of combat and firepower, and it's sort of been headed up by the Swarmlord. Then, sort of continuing on from the previous codex, the firepower base, which has been proved most effective this turn, and then bringing back the Tervigon flood with troops.
I have a question, Tyranid.
Yes.
How comes you're on 2s to hit with your Tyrannifex?
It was on 3s.
Oh, you were on 3s?
Oh, yes.
You said earlier on you're on 2s.
No, it's armor save.
Oh.
If I said 2s, it's wrong. No, it's 3s. Yeah, and he got 2 4s and a 6 to hit, so he's okay. But mostly 3s across the board here. 3s, 3s, 3s. So just accurate, very, very accurate ballistic skill here with the Nids. Okay, shooting done. It's good enough. We're going to charges. Yeah, there's one potential charge. Swarmlord. Oh dear, Swarmlord. Just as crazy as he was in the previous book, he's made it in on his charge. Yeah, just about. Needed a 5 and got a 5, so it was close enough. I didn't roll very well, but charge has gone ahead. We'll go on to combat resolution next. So in he goes. I've tapped into the Russ. I can't fight it, so I'll go into the White Shield set. It's looking for 2s. There's no kind of mortal wound stuff going on here. It's just straight up kills here. We've fumbled a few times, but we have killed 6.
Yeah, they're dead.
They're dead, so
Take
6.
the back 6 off from over there.
From over here? These ones? Right. James will flood the objective. Still hold it. Right, James has piled in with his conscripts. There's a couple of White Shields.
You.
Right, fight with this person here. Alexander Geef.
The Emperor.
What does he get? 1 attack.
1 attack at 5s to hit.
So at least he gets a stab. Dismissed. And there's one other one here. The others are out of range, but there's one more. It's Harrison Leach.
Plunge right in.
Private Harrison.
He's not private.
He's hit.
White shield.
He's hit.
6 to wound.
6 to wound. What a great...
Yes!
He's done it. Okay. Blade parry. Just ignore the first wound that comes through.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I think so.
Oh, you're joking.
Once per turn, the first time a saving throw made against a melee attack is failed. Oh, I get to make the normal save first. So, passed. It's 2+. Okay, got it. There's 11 others to get to make their attacks.
Unbelievable.
He dropped 10 points as well. He's 220 now. He was 260 points. Oh dear.
5 to hit. I mean, come on.
This is a recon mission from James. He's doing his homework in this game. The idea is he comes back.
Nothing.
Nothing from those. And the rest, probably 3 attacks.
Yep, just 3 attacks, hitting on 6s. Missed.
That's it. Oh boy, Swarmlord untouchable here at this stage. That's the chef fighting away here. Chopping up White Shields for his recipe. So a bit of morale to resolve. Turn comes to an end. Tyranids, as we're expecting, looking strong. But James has his second turn coming up. Veterans may well emerge from their transport vehicle. We'll see. And we may see them arriving from reserve as well. So looking a bit out of shape here for the guard. Yeah, some morale to resolve. But we won't finish this game yet. Veterans may well be deployed here to try and stem the Tyranid tide. Yeah, morale's been painful here. 6 have fled from this unit, 4 from the other side, so 10 more of the White Shields gone. Losing heart at this stage, wondering where their reinforcements are.
I'm not surprised, really, that they ran away from the most terrifying creature that the Tyranids possess.
Yeah, no, well, you can't fault them for their bravery. They charged with bayonets against the Swarmlord, so there's...
Oh, it ignores the first parry. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll go on to, going to need more than bayonets here, James. We'll see what arrives from reserves. No, nothing picked up for primaries, secondaries at this stage for the Tyranids. We'll go on to turn 2 for the guard. We'll see what James tries to do to deal with this Tyranid onslaught. Turn 2 for the guard next. Okay, so 8 points picked up for primaries here on turn 2 for the guard. James in control of this one quite comfortably. That one across there with the white shields, so 8 points picked up. Man in the barricade, going to let loose of firepower across here with the white shields. Command squad inside here. You picked up a point for banner as well, remember?
And 6 as well, that white shield to the orders.
I see. Okay. Veteran squads disembarked to move forwards. This is a plasma team. Going to lend some firepower support here. Squad. To help out. This is a storm sword. Stormlord. Baneblade. It's not actually a Baneblade, it's just a super heavy.
It's got a Baneblade chassis, but it's a super heavy tank.
Okay. Pulling out a close combat here with the white shields and the Russ remaining close combat. James can't fire the battle cannon. He can elect to fire that somewhere else if he's able to bring the Swarmlord down first. Remember, there's double multi-melter in there and a las cannon to put into that creature, so there is a chance it could be brought down. Veteran squads, 2 squads still remain inside the super heavy and 3 melter teams. James is thinking about bringing them on this flank. You can come down this edge, you can come down that edge across there, but he's going to hold them off for now and then bring them in turn 3 or 4.
This has 10 fire points, so I can fire my squad.
Oh, right. Oh, I see. So you can effectively fire all 6 of those plasma guns.
Yeah.
Oh, so the support is there. Nice. Okay. Brilliant.
I put one of the squads forward to form a
Screen. Fine. Okay.
Thinking a bit tactically.
Yep.
It's desperate.
Movement done. We're going to shooting phase next. Okay. Orders are issued. James is going to start here. So the battle cannon's going to, if James is able to destroy the Swarmlord, he's going to put it into here.
Yeah.
And then las cannon double multi-melter. Okay. So we're going to go on Patreon, so we're going to call upon them for help. Oh, he's going to use one of his own. Okay, it's Darren Gardner. Here it comes.
Come on, Darren. Don't let me down.
This is a single las cannon shot.
-1 to hit because it's in close combat.
You need the Emperor's help here.
4s.
Missed on a 1. Stood still.
I stood still. Here's shooting phase. I do get to reroll it without spending a CP.
Keep calm.
Yes.
Okay, so that hit's come through. 3's to wounds. It's a big one. 2. Ah.
I'm going to have to do it.
Come on, reroll.
Yeah.
Ah. It's been spent at this stage.
Come on, Darren. Yes.
Yes.
AP -3.
4+ invulnerable save. I'll turn to the tower for help. Frank Shepherd.
Oh, no.
Will the tower help the Tyranids? Yes, they do. On a 6. Blocked. What would the damage have been? It says random D6. Oh, it would have been 6. Oh, ouch, that would have hurt. Okay, multi-melters next. James will turn to his patrons for help here. Marcus Fraser to help him out. He'll use up his before he uses mine. Here we go.
Forced to hit because they're veteran tank crew.
Missed it both. Nothing you can do. And who's next?
Okay, I got Thomas Moore.
Thomas Moore.
Using the last of my patrons.
Oh, desperate stuff.
Okay.
Reroll that one. One's hit. Oh.
No, it's not going to do.
3's to wound.
3's to wound. Wounded.
Wound comes through.
AP -4.
4+ invulnerable save. We'll go for Tyler Summers here. He's not a Tyranid player, but it doesn't help. I'm going to do the command reroll now at this point because it's nasty damage coming through. It doesn't help, so we'll take a CP one down to 6. James is down to 6.
D6 +2 damage.
Yeah, D6 +2 damage.
Melter.
5 + 2, 7. Nice plum hit here. Okay, damage taken. Swarmlord remains alive, but it's been gravely wounded here, but vitally not dead yet. Next.
Next. Oh boy. Which is more potent?
So you've got vet squads, units inside, the main heavy, super heavy itself to fire. Lots of targets to shoot at here.
Yeah.
So there's 8 wounds left on him, 6 wounds left on this to try and bring the exocrine down. Yeah, it's going to give it a go. So plasma team here is going to put the plasmas into this, just to make that...
As well as the las guns as well.
Las guns as well. Just to make sure, just to take advantage of the damage too, because it's going to be negated against the Carnifexes.
So 1 plasma at a time. I'm going to do the Patrick Darling first.
No.
Hitting on a 3. I hit
Force
Patrick.
to win.
And I'm going to do his brother next.
Okay, Joseph.
Joseph Darling. He hits 2.
Got a 6, nice.
And we'll combine these together as brothers in arms.
No, they want to know separately.
They want to know separately.
Of course they will.
Okay. So
Patrick.
this is Patrick's dice, needing a 4 because your toughness 8.
Wound the beast. No.
No.
And Joseph.
Come on, Joseph.
No, too tough. Go.
Oh, man.
There's a comrade there as well, an unnamed friend.
3 to hit. He does. And
He wounds, he shows them how to do it. Okay.
AP minus 3.
Okay, 5 up to block. Not blocked.
2 damage.
2 damage, dropping down to 4.
Now we've got las guns at long range.
Las guns at long range.
Rerolling 1s because of the order, take aim. 4 hit their mark.
6s to wound.
2 6s.
2 6s come through.
No AP.
No problem. 2s. Oh, fouled 1. Took a wound, dropping down to 3 wounds left. Every little helps against these beasts, so extra crying in serious trouble now.
I spend 2 command points.
Hold it right there. There's a dice there marking up. Catalyst.
Oh.
Fouled. It's alright, it's gone through. That's the feel no pain for the psychic
Do I
phase.
spend 2 command points to OLAP?
Tapping fields of fire, yeah. You've got to get rid of monsters, James. James is going to fight the 2 plasma squads inside here, and they're going to go into the exocrine. So he's going to combine them together. There's some last gunshots to come through as well, but 6.
Yeah, not going to supercharge.
Okay.
So hitting on 3s.
Okay. So not supercharging, 5 hits have come through.
I was tempted, but we'll see.
See if you can get away with it. 5s to wound.
2 wounds.
2 wounds. Should have supercharged there. Fouled both of those, right? If minus 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, fouled both. 1 wound left. Right.
That's fine.
Yes. Blocked 1. 2 wounds left.
And then the 4 remain. Actually, that was 4 more las guns from the top.
Yep.
3s. They all hit their mark because they're veterans.
6 to wound.
Nothing.
Okay.
To delete.
Yeah, it's desperate stuff here, James. Just going to split up firepower quite a lot here from the super heavy. So 2 laser cannon shots coming across here, trying to bring beasts down. Stubber and
Outrange.
Stubber and heavy bolter going in here,
Yeah.
and then the Vulcan mega bolter across here.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like 2 damage. Right. Let's do the Vulcan Mega Bolter first. Now you experience the firepower of my tank.
Okay. Here we go.
So needing 4s to hit, re-rolling 1s because the counts remain stationary.
Wow.
Another 2, which generates another hit. Needing 4s, unfortunately.
It's good. It's good. Looking good. Really healthy. Yeah.
Roll. Very good roll.
Right. James is happy.
I'm happy. Strike attack is BS 4+. Strength is 6. 5s are good.
You got him. You should have him.
Is usually AP minus 2, but I am within half range of 30, so that means it's AP minus 3.
Nice.
I'm just double checking. Yes.
Fouled none. I am long since.
Catalyst.
Or fouled, or past none. Yes, tons of catalyst, but it's just, I'll just roll this handful of dice in. Ooh, look at that, but no. Nowhere near. There's still more dice to roll, so this thing's gone.
Death Rose.
Yeah, does it explode? No. I'll check it's a 5+. It's probably a 6+. James has slain one of the Phoenix Lords here, Michael Fryer. Next, a crying gone. It's a tough enough. James's imagination running wild here. It's a tough enough beast. He'd love to fire that thing all game long, just to sit there and blow stuff away. Nothing more satisfying for an Imperial Tank Commander to bring chitinous beasts to the ground. He's brought down 1 exocrine. Good shooting. Keep pressing on. There's other targets have been allocated here.
We'll do the
Las cannons.
las cannons.
So we can turn to Patreons for help. Nicholas Lucas and Paul Cook to work together as las cannon gunners.
Nicholas Lucas. May the Emperor guide you, las cannoner. I reroll 1 to thank the Emperor because of shock troops stratagem. Yeah.
Oh, plum hit.
To wound.
Threes. I'm rooting for you. Everyone's rooting for you.
Yes.
Oh, he's done it.
Am I within 24 inches?
Maybe.
Oh.
No. Okay.
Am I within? Oh, never mind.
Right, safety -3. So that makes me a 5+.
Yep.
We'll go to Marcus Symphony here. Neutral.
Oh, we were a little bit closer. That would have been D6 damage.
Blocked. Oh, 4, 3. Would have put me on 2. That would have been a really good result. That would have been an excellent result. Oh.
Right, next patron.
Again, it's that initial 2-up armor save. Crazy, crazy stuff. Okay.
Next up is the next patron that I called upon.
Paul Cook.
Paul Cook.
Off the ball.
Off the board.
Ah, missed.
I will spend.
Desperate. He's going to
I love
CP.
supporters,
He's going to
and
CP.
therefore they will be rewarded regardless of the consequences. And he hits.
Hits. Another plum hit on a 6. No, another wound. 5+.
Minus. It's -3.
Martin, aka Vagabond. This is one of the Phoenix Lords you're up against now. Oh, makes it through.
D6 damage.
Paul
How
Cook.
many wounds you got left?
5.
If
Yes, 6. You'll kill him. Yes, yes, yes.
You'll die.
No! It's a 1.
Oh.
Dropping down to 4. You can do it. You can do it, but... Okay. Some small arms, firepower, or lower caliber stuff to go into this kind of fix here against Chris Comiskey.
Am I
What's this, stubbers?
No, the
Heavy bolter.
heavy bolters.
You roll 1s.
Rearm ones. The shock troops.
It's good gunnery. 5 out of 6 hits.
I am just within half range.
Extra AP -1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you can wound, only 1
One
comes
with
through.
take -2.
Failed.
-1 damage, so it's just 1 damage.
Yeah.
Okay,
Makes difference, that. Certainly does.
It definitely does.
Right, 7 wounds left on the
Now,
Comiskey Carnifex.
Rearm ones. Shock troops. Only 2 hits. Strength 4. 5s. Nothing.
Okay. Alright. White shields. Tons of shots. This is half the shots here. Looking for 5s. Are you re-rolling 1s?
No.
Okay, 5s and 6s. James has scored a lot here. He's shooting at gaunts, trying to bring down as many as possible. Okay, wounding.
4s. Not bad, actually.
That's alright. If you can get your hits, should be alright against a lower toughness target.
Pretty good. Yeah, 8 wounds.
8 wounds. That's half.
That's half.
Alright.
And next volley. Volley, fire, present. Fire! Right, so 5s to hit. So
Working hard, those conscripts. Working hard.
don't insult them. They are white shields.
White shields.
How many times must I tell you, Xenos scum? The hive mind is not perfect.
We don't know. It's all meat to us.
You underestimate its power. Oh boy. That's miss. Not as good. Another 3. So
11.
That is
Not bad. It actually gave us a 5-up save. So we'll take that for sure. And it's going to help out a little bit. Yeah, 9 casualties caused.
and guess what? You ignore.
Auto pass out, yeah.
Yeah, because it's sign-ups.
Alright, so casualties taken. Firepower finished.
I think so. Yeah.
I think that's it. Okay. So, we'll go on to charges. None. Ongoing combat, so I'll pick a unit. It's the Chef. Time to fight with the Swarmlord. So, he's on 9 attacks here, the Swarmlord. Hitting on 3s, though, because the damage is taken. I've played Voracious Appetite on him, so he's going to be re-rolling his wounds here. So, 3s are good. That's good enough. Then, we're looking for...
9.
Yeah, we're just looking. So he, despite his damage, he keeps his strength 8, becomes strength 9. So it's 3s to wound, re-rollable. It's going to go straight through. No, it won't because you're 2 up. So you get 6s to try and block these. Looking for 3s. Re-roll those 2. I think he's going to. Boy, oh boy. 6 have come through. 6 saves at 6+.
Damage 3, I'm presuming.
Yeah, damage 3.
Save 1.
1. 15 damage.
15, yeah.
Gone. Target destroyed.
Oh no, who was that?
The chef is chopping stuff up here.
Commander Ashfield.
Ouch. Does he explode? Probably wouldn't mind. No, right, Liam Russ gone here, smashed by the Swarmlord. Swarmlord is good. He is pretty good.
Very powerful.
Yeah, there's another stratagem which I should have used earlier but didn't. But it's worth bearing in mind. I think he gets Indomitable Monstrosity. Use a stratagem in any phase and a hive tendril monster from your army selected as a target of an attack. It's 1, 2, and 3 always fails for wounds come through. It's another way of protecting him. He's tough enough. The invuln save, the amount of wounds, the ability to block damage coming through, and so on. And as we've seen,
I mean, I could have fought back with the tank, but it wouldn't have made a difference. It's too fast.
yeah.
I think just shooting it close range.
So what do the guard need to, yes, whatever happens in the new codex, they get an army where they're able to sit and shoot, but they need stuff to push through, and not on turn 3 and 4 and 5. They've got to push through straight away, because you can't let armies dominate the middle of the table, such as you're seeing the Tyranids do here. So guard need units that can push through, either with very effective firepower, or that can strike out in close combat effectively. In such hostile environments, James, is Ogrins with slab shields.
Yeah, but it's very samey. That's the problem. I think GW, the way they're doing it, is they want to do different variety of lists.
Yes.
So, but I've noticed with the guard,
Do you have slab shield Ogrins?
I technically do as a kit, but
Not constructed or painted.
not constructed yet.
But he does have them. Okay.
I do have the original Ogre.
Right, who votes that James should build the slab shield Ogrins? Me and
Yeah, of course I want to vote.
all in favour say aye. You can leave that in the comments section. But James is working on it. And I work on those now, James, in faith and good hope for the new codex that they'll be a worthwhile unit to take. Because Ogrins with slab shields, they could stand up at least to some degree against the Tyranid onslaught. We need a few tough units to block and be able to strike back in close combat. But I've made a consolidation. I've pushed off the objective. I don't need to hold it. The ability for objective secured is not on him, so it doesn't really matter because I'm holding more objectives than James anyway, so points-wise it's not going to make any difference. So combat's resolved. Swarmlord breaking through the guard line. That's not good. Multiple Tyranid monsters. These Screamer killers, they'll close the range quick enough. End of turn, we'll calculate points for James. He has picked up some points so far. Okay, so points picked up, 8 points of primaries, then bring it down, 2 points picked up for destroying the Exocrine, point picked up for banners as well, so 11 points to the guard. We just stop grind, we just need to destroy one. No, we've done, is it your turn too? Yeah, we've done it already actually, he's destroyed him, so the Russ, so that will stop grind from coming through. Yeah, we've killed the Exocrine, but then we killed the Russ back, so we've already stopped grind from coming through. End of turn, points have come in for the guard. Tyranids are in a position here to strike quite hard. There is a bit of a gap. Might be able to try and get through to that super heavy, either in combat and also firepower as well. We'll go on to turn 2 for the Tyranids next. turn 2 for the Tyranids here. James's command team is being hunted. Lictor's turned up just here, so steep striking in. And this thing's quite potent. It's double the points of what it... Well, not quite, but it's 70 points. It used to be 45, but it's way better than what it used to be. It could cause trouble for that command squad. They are scary now. They're meant to be these highly adapted hunters. So, James's 8 casualties he caused. We rebirthed 8, rolled double 6. For the Tervagons, they birthed back out and pushed forwards. We advanced with these to get them past the wall, and we've moved around with a few of those, but stretching out to the other objective with them. So there's a ton of firepower to come down here. Tervagon pushing forwards as well. This squad in the middle has been blessed to reroll 1s. That's come from her. Carnifexes stomping through the middle. Screamer Killers. 11-inch move with them. So they're moving up the board very, very quick indeed. And then the Swarmlord, as dangerous as he is, we did a regeneration roll on him and restored 3 wounds. He's back up to 9 wounds on this thing now, poised and ready to go into the super heavy.
That's a Screamer Killer.
Yes.
Because of the biomouth.
Right, yes. Okay, yeah, James was just pointing out the correct... The narrative for the Tyranids here. Pushing through with these. The idea with these is to provide firepower support, then push up. They're threatening this objective and getting ready to fire as well.
Do those things count still? Because that enhances the ballistic skill.
Yes, I paid it, yeah, and it's 10 points. That is the correct loadout. They are enhanced sensors, giving them +1 to their ballistic skill, hitting on 3s with the heavy Venom Cannons. Lucas Brown pushing forwards here, the Tyranids. Neurophrope just ahead, holding on to this objective, also stretched out the gaunts to hold on to it as well. 2 points picked up for banners, 12 points picked up for primaries, holding the 3. So looking healthy enough. We'll go on to Psychic phase next for the Tyranids here on their turn 2. So I'm going to play Unstoppable Onslaught. It's going to play it on himself. +1 to the wound rolls. It goes off on 11. Okay, so +1 to his wounds as he comes through, and then we'll go Smite as well, which will be the super heavy, which fails to go off. So we'll leave it at that. Yes, no, there's no panic. Next, so
I can't believe I'm saying that.
His power's in action this turn, which is you get to use it once. Neurophrope. He's granting psychic augmentation. So it's +1 to psychic tests, +1 to deny the witch. Any mortal wounds within range is 5+ feel no pain as well. Get that once per game, so that's been granted across there. So we'll go Catalyst, and we'll definitely put it on him. And that goes off on a 7, becomes an 8. So that goes off. That's the feel no pain. I'll mark that up like last time with a 5+ on the dice. Like so. So Catalyst has gone off. We'll then go for the new power, Neuro Parasite. Goes off on an 8. So that's becomes a 9 actually. So it is in range, line of sight. We can see through to the white shields. So, yep, 6 mortal wounds on them. It's a nasty power, that one. That goes off. So it goes Smite with the Tervagon. Which fails to go off.
Smites haven't been going off.
Yeah. Command. Neurolink. Synapse Link. Just check the range 12. Yeah, that doesn't go off. It's need to be in 6 inches of that model, so no, don't get any kind of pluses going on, so that's failed. Okay, Psychic phase finished. Not too bad. We'll go on to Shooting phase next. Alright, we're going to go for the Tyrant effects into the Super Heavy. Has to be done. So this is going to be Bruce Zhao for the tower. Looking for 3s. Okay. Alright, we'll command...
Oh, come on, that's obvious. You want to kill it.
Yeah, command reroll.
Yeah.
Yes, right, okay. So that's a CP spent down to 4.
Strength 14.
3s to wound. No.
AP minus.
-4. There's no armor save on that thing.
Nothing, no.
Right, 12 damage plus
3d6.
3d6.
Destroyed.
And it's destroyed. That's utterly ridiculous. But you were saying, according to the fluff, the rupture cannon was meant to be something.
It would do that, yes. It would.
Why? Yes.
Does it detonate?
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And I've got 20 occupants inside.
Oh yeah, squads inside to disembark. That's horrific damage coming through.
That's from 2 shots. Well, just one shot.
Absolutely terrified. Lucas Brown firepower here. That was 12 plus. That's 24. 24 damage.
That.
Mad. That is utterly mad here from the Tyranids. Stinger salvos across there into the squad. And that's 3 saves on those at AP -1. But they're taking cover, so 5s. Okay, 3 slain. We'll do Tervigon. Stinger salvos into the white shields. Need 3 to base of 3+. This is the massive help here. 2 more saves. Again, AP -1, so James can take cover behind the terrain, the barricade. So, saves, 2 saves of 5+. Okay, 1 saved. 1 more conscript gun. James venting some salt. It is crazy, the rupture cannon. It is
170-point model can one-shot a Baneblade.
The Tyranids is a walking battle tank and heavy weapons platform of huge size and resilience. These warrior organisms are extremely well armoured. More than capable of going toe-to-toe with the heaviest battle tanks of their prey species in a shooting match. Few foes can stand against even one of these beasts. So, yeah, Rupture Cannon, the Tyranids, is meant to be a deadly artillery piece for the Tyranids, and it truly is now. But, yeah, there's been a massive increment in the damage here for the Tyranids. One of the strongest codexes so far, up there with the Harlequins and Tau. Just the vast improvements here. That's deadly. If you can get 3 wounds go through on that thing, you look at 12 damage being stacked on 3d6.
That's just the standard damage.
Yeah, no help, nothing. Yeah.
That's going to knock out a Lehman Russ in 1 shot without even rolling the d6 damage.
Yeah. And then when you shoot back at it, 2 up, save, toughness 8, 17 wounds.
Imagine 3 of them.
Yeah. No, it's scary stuff. Tyranid firepower is utterly deadly now. So, firepower, this is the big gaping hole that's been left here by the loss of the Super Heavy. Screamer killers are dangerous enough. They're equipped with this acid spray type stuff they can come out with. Range 18 on this here. Bioplasmic Scream. Range 18 assault d6. Blast. Strength 8. -4 and 1 damage. So they're going to spray all over the infantry now. So we'll acid spray here. Let's back 1 into that squad just there. So 6 shots. But let's just go with 4+ this time. It's not auto hits. Looking for 4s. And 2s to kill. 2 guardsmen reduced to bone. AP -4. 2 vets gone. It was actually silly to shoot them. I'm going to fire the other 2 into the other veteran squads. We're going to bundle into them anyway for close combat. So we'll go d6 shots into that one from the middle. Just the 1 hit. And it's going to kill a guardsman. So this squad here. Yeah. And then we'll hit them again with the other one. 2 hits. And 2 dead from that squad. It's another 2 from that veteran squad. That's all the scream fired from those 3. Yeah. Okay, limited targets. We'll put these the 3 shots into the veteran squad across there. So 3 shots. No, just the 1. Yep. So that's a solid shot, pulverising one of those veterans.
Oh my tanks.
The armours are gone. And then here we'll fire across into the. Yep.
Okay.
1 hit and 1 kill. So 1 white shield pulverised as well. Okay, here we go. Squad in the middle. Just going to fire at the conscripts. Looking for 4s. We can reroll our 1s, which we've got none. It's a really good round of shooting. 3s to wound now. Flesh borers. Not very good at all. Dreadful.
Dear me.
Okay.
AP minus?
-1 and +1 to your barricades. So looking at 5s on 4.
Oh, I might as well spend a command point. KOYO stands +1 to my saving throw. And KOYO stands indeed.
Just 1 casualty taken. Repeat with the next squad. There's 2 behind the wall though, so and we advance looking for 4s. 5s, apologies. No kind of rerolls going on. She rolled good enough. 3s to wound. Yeah, 6 saves of 4+. Sorry, 7 saves at 4+.
KOYO stands.
Yeah, 4+. Okay, 3 slain. 7 from the other unit just round by the wall. 2 more saves of 4+.
KOYO stands. Yay!
2 4s, well done. Stratagem helped, yeah, it's helped keep them alive. Surprised that, I thought they were going to go, but they remain. And that's it, firepower complete. So we'll go on to charges next. Tricky. James has been saying this has been a recon mission. His intent was to test the Tyranid Codex. He's certainly got an idea of how it works. And the idea is to come back again with a fresh list here. It's, you see, yes, James is waiting for the new Codex, right? But you can still throw the Guard in against them to test how the Tyranids work and behave on the battlefield. Because even when your book changes, you'll have battlefield experience against the new style Tyranids, so it will help you. Games won't be a waste of time. There'll be valuable lessons learned because you're learning how the new Tyranids operate, and that's why it's important to keep playing. So if you are a Guard player, you're in a similar situation where you're waiting the new Codex and you're up against fresh Tyranids, I would say don't put off games against the new Tyranid Codex, perhaps as disheartening as it may be. Play against the new Tyranids and learn their ways. And then you'll have some battlefield experience when the new book arrives. So you'll not be hitting the Tyranids fresh, you'll have some idea of how they operate. Observe and watch. But the Guard do that. It's even the fluff. The Guard just keep fighting. They don't stop fighting and wait for upgrades and so on. They just keep fighting, keep throwing stuff in. Until new hardware comes along. And in the whole process is they're learning and adapting, learning new tactics and training as you go along. So, keep playing the games and learn the way the opponent works with the new Tyranids.
It's kind of like what happened at Fendros, like the first contact.
Yeah.
For the Tyranids.
There were some slaughters at the start. But then you got some battlefield experience, yeah. So Hive Tyrant's gone in, ouch. Triple Carnifex, ouch. And double Carnifex here as well. We've sent a unit of Gaunts in across the barricade also. Yeah, one other charge we forgot. James just put the model in for me. The Lictor charged into the Order 10. It got into the command party. Right, so we'll start with the Hive Tyrant. He's back up to his full strength. He's rerolling his hit rolls. He's on +1 to his wound rolls. Doesn't even need that. So those are the attacks coming through, which will reroll the ones. Whoa, thankfully. Because he's blessed himself with reroll hits. Because there's no one else to help. So he helped himself. So he managed to get 9 out of 9 hits.
So a Space Marine Captain can't have that, whereas a Hive Tyrant can?
I think I can. I can check for you. Or I've rolled quadruple 1. So it's going to be 5 models slain from the vet squad. James is making me check here.
Dead.
That's objective secured. Domination of the Hive Mind. Any command phase, select one friendly Hive Fleet core unit. Yeah, you're right. You don't get it. Got it. Okay. Yeah, James putting a couple of models back there. So it's core units. So no one got the blessing because there's no one nearby to help. So I can't give it to myself. It has to be. I thought it was just a Hive Tendril unit, but it's not. It is core. So that's similar to a Space Marine Commander. Okay, so some remain. So we'll go for one of these Screamer Killers next. James thinks we get extra attacks, but we don't. So it's built into your base number of attacks. So 10 attacks is the base, that's including the talons. So if you look at the profile here, Screamer Killer talons, there's no bonuses. So it's equipped to 4 of those, but that's all. I think that's all built in. So 10 attacks. I do get an extra one though for Blistering Assault. So it's 11 attacks. We're hitting on 3s. So this will be Devin Matthews. Needing 3s. Then I need 2s, actually strength 8 on the charge. That was a win back there, so that's 6. Has that got them? Take them off, veterans gone. I think it's the patrons in there. Call out their brave names as they were. That's some way to go. 3 Carnifexes and a Swarmlord.
Shall I play the Hunger Games anthem when they die?
Who was that?
Cadian Sergeant Steele, Shay Strait.
Ouch.
A Guardsman Anonymous. A Foxcaster Anonymous. Anonymous.
Oh, that's not the Darlings.
Yeah.
Oh no, the 2 brothers. God.
Joseph and Patrick Darling have been Removed.
They died side by side,
As brother.
fighting against horrific odds here. 3 Screamer Killers slammed into their squad, and a Hive Tyrant attacked from behind.
That's just one screamer killer.
Yeah.
Who wrote the codex?
Yeah, but
Who wrote the codex?
the Tyranid Codex is just keeping up with the creep of the others. You know.
It shouldn't be creepy.
Okay, we've done consolidation moves, all 3. Hive Tyrant's finished his consolidation, but the unit that did the wipeout, Devon Matthews, pushed through. And the other 2, Chris Comiskey and Longbow BB, they've pushed through 3 inches and actually got a toehold on that home objective. Okay, we'll see if we can assassinate a command squad next. It's here. It's sparsely.
6 attacks.
Yeah. Strength,
Better strength than a Primarch.
strength 8 on the charge.
Yeah.
Because of the Hive
strength
fleet.
than a Primarch.
2s. If we can get our hits, go. How many in that command squad?
4.
2s.
They're dead.
No way.
Yep.
8 3.
Yeah, they're
I
dead.
feel no pains.
No, can't.
Gone.
Well, I can only resurrect its old codex.
Take them off. Command squad gone.
So-
Attack from behind.
Tyler Griselli, gone. And they dead.
Lictor. Yeah, vicious stuff. Lictor's dangerous unit now. Arriving via deep strike. Okay, so yes, there's a combats. There's a sledgehammer attack going on, and then there's the gaunts across there. Right, it's gaunts fighting across there. In 4s. That's the unit on reroll 1s. Okay, so 1's come through. Yeah, no, it's ranged attacks only. It's just the 4. 2 come through.
2 moves.
Saves at 5+. Okay, James already saves. 1's passed, 1's failed. It's just the 1 model slain. Okay, so we'll do this one down here. So just going to roll both together. It's 4 attacks base +1 on the charge for blistering assault. Needing 3s. And it'll be 2s to wound with the crushing claws. Strength 11.
Is it -1 to hit? Because
Not anymore, no.
and they're ballistic, they're weapon skill 3+ as well.
So the Carnifex crushing claw is simply +4 strength, A -3 and D3 +3 damage. No minus to the hit rolls. And they're starting on 3+.
Yeah.
Vastly improved.
Yeah.
9 dead.
Yep, just dead.
Okay, James has done his attacks here. Got a noble number of hits come through, but just no wounds come through. Across there, lost 2 gaunts. So we'll do a bit of morale here. And then we'll calculate points at the end of the turn. Well, what did you say there, James?
It's an absolute slaughter, isn't it, brother?
It is, brother. Okay. Okay, we're going to say the game is going to finish at this point. Yeah, we're going to leave it here.
Turning up those reinforcements. They know what's going to happen.
That was evil. That was that triple Carnifex charge, and the Hive Tyrant had across there. Tyranids breaking in, and the monsters enjoying themselves here as they smash in and rip limb from limb the guardsmen as they nobly stand their ground. There's been no real retreating taking place. James holds at the barricade across there. I think his rank's finned by some models slinking away, but the last few, I think it's 5 across there, Klingon, and then 4 across here, including Patreons fighting away against the Carnifexes here. Game comes to an end. We have seen the devastation the new Tyranids can cause. They are back with a bang. They are an army to be feared.
Back with a bang and a whack, more like.
They're scary. Their firepower is terrifying. They're faster, more resilient. There's more wounds. They're tougher to kill, and they hit harder in close combat. So it is, as one comment I read was that in all areas there is a big improvement with the Tyranids here. So they are a nasty unit for sure. So points-wise, it's quite early in the game for us to determine what the points would be. It's just a crushing Tyranid victory here. James does have reserves to arrive, but it's going to be too little too late. There's too many monsters to deal with, and the Tyranids dominate the table. So we'll end the game at this point with the Tyranids with a crushing win. Now, this has been an experimental scouting battle for the Astra Militarum. So we do plan you up for another game, James?
Oh yeah, I'll do it.
Right.
I'll try and do a list that's a bit more
Bite.
retribution.
Yes. So retribution in mind. There are some I think if James is going to write a decent list, he's going to field one of his stronger guard combinations here. He'll use all the might of the current codex for them. I'm going to keep the Tyranids the same, so James can transfer the battlefield experience. The way this Tyranid list is played, he'll transfer that over to the next battle. I might change a few psychic powers or a few little tweaks to do, but other than that, I'll keep the army the same. I'm liking the feel of this Tyranid list here. It's got that scary, quick, close combat element, decent firepower support.
How many gaunts did we kill? We only killed one.
No, you did kill. You did. It's
killed one.
No. Those 8 you killed, they're dead. I just birthed more.
Exactly.
Yeah, so they are kills, but we were breeding quicker than you could you could kill them.
Like Necrons, really.
A little bit, yes. And we never even burst our sacks, with the chance for the Rippers to be born, and we didn't birth the 10 extra gaunts I had standing by. You can actually do that as well. So Tervagon. So as the combos we're looking at here that I've been experimenting with this battle, bringing Carnifexes back to see them back on the table. Nice. Worked out well. Firepower support, strong. Terrifyingly strong. Yeah. Well, this killed 2 Baneblades in a... Yeah, Baneblade a turn it was killing. And then across here, the Tervagon combo. Flooding the table with gaunts, protecting the mother. Pretty good combination as well. So liking the feel of some of these combinations that we're seeing just here. So we'll continue to...
Is that AP minus 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll continue the theme that you see here for the Tyranids. They have set a standard, they've raised the bar. What we'll do is we'll test to see how close the guard can get with a new list. We plan to play that game on YouTube channel membership, so if you're not a member already, then it's easy to join. You can follow the link in the video description below, or if you're on desktop, I think on phones as well, most phones you can click the join button on the channel homepage, and it's Aspect Warrior or higher to gain access to all the videos. You also get loyalty badges. Discord access is available for everyone at any level that signs up as well. You can join us over on the Discord server.
I'm on there too.
As well. James is on there. Yes, James. We've merged James's channel and his Patreon guard. They're all over on the Discord as well. So everyone's one big happy family on the Discord. Nice community. Yeah. So you can come and join us, help support the channel, and as a reward, you get access to all the extra content. Hopefully, a second game here, a second chance for James to have a bash at the brand new Tyranids. Yeah. Right, so we'll talk about units of the game next. Right, James, just quickly,
whatever kills the Exocrine is unit of the game.
Which was who? Russ?
No, that was the...
Veteran squads?
No, the Super Heavy.
Super Heavy? Yeah. I'd say give it to Russ. If they're firepower, if they get their hits and wounds,
they didn't.
Dangerous enough, but they didn't. No, they struggled. What units... Point to units that are scary, James, for the Tyranids. Swarmlord's nasty. It's the general improvement. I think it's going to be him.
Every single... I'd say, okay, Gene Stealers have been nerfed a little bit, but it makes sense why they're elite. Because they are, like, good.
Right, so James is going to pass on units to the game. Well, he's going to give it to the Super Heavy.
I do like the way that they balanced the gaunts and horn gaunts, term gaunts in general, as more of like an option.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So you're going to get a lot of variety of Tyranid lists, I think.
Yes, yeah.
The game would be, well, whatever killed the Exocrine, I'll give it to the...
James is going to give it to the Super Heavy?
Super Heavy.
Okay, and I'm going to give it to the Tyrannofex. Yeah. Oh yeah, scary. That's units of the game for both sides. Okay, so that's the battle. I'll call out patrons at silver level. That's Anonymous, Darren Gardner, Denny Wright, Peter Goodall, William Schwaz and Williams. Big thanks to them for their support at silver level. Keep a lookout for more battle reports here on YouTube and over on YouTube channel membership. Great game. Thanks for watching and tune in next time.